Welcome back, YouTube. J Bob, the video game slob. Still recapping the weekend here. Yeah, just a ton of stuff. A couple eBay things came in. Again, not collecting the PS2 set, but still trying to find those key games, those hard to find games that I don't have. And so this is just one I had been, searching for on and off for a while. Virtual on Mars. I actually think I got a copy of this once a while back, and the disc was so wrecked in it, it couldn't be played. So I got a refund on it. So I had a case. So I was always just looking for a very cheap loose disc of it, but it just doesn't even turn up, that often in loose disc form. So I ended up getting a copy at auction, and so pretty happy with that. Yeah, I don't think Virtual On was just a real big title, at that point. I think there are copies. I think it's, what is it, Saturn that has the really cool controller for that. But yeah, there you go. So just good to have that ticked out of the way. Just another like 500 more PS2 games to go. Here's another one I think I just finally broke down and spent $10 on because it just kind of cracked me up. It's the Bayer Health game, Knock 'em Downs. If I recall correctly, this worked with like a blood glucose thing. And if you had diabetes, I think it helped you learn as a kid how to manage your like diabetes. So just a weird game and a weird piece of video game history that for $10 before they got weird or rare, somebody did a YouTube video on it that sparked a whole bunch of attention. I figured I'd pick up. Went to a local game store. They had dollar manuals, so I raided the dollar manual pile. I tried to make a bulk deal on all of them, but they weren't up for that. So I left a bunch of sports titles and other just, I don't know, oddball piece of memorabilia that I didn't really think was even worth a buck. Love the art on Base Wars. I'm not sure if that's worth a buck or not, but it is for the art for me. Guts, if you love John Boy Media, they've been watching through the old Guts episodes. That's a fun time. So I'd love to see Guts. And an uncommon game. Tin Star, again, just really good artwork. These aren't like gem mint or anything, not gradable or anything anybody's going to pick up to put in their, high-end library. But, just where else do you find these kind of manuals? Love the Dr. Franken artwork there. That's certainly a chin. There you go. Dennis the Menace, based, I believe, off the movie back then. Let's see if it rebate coupon inside. But growing up, Dennis the Menace, that was quite the thing. This, I believe, is the lenticular. You can kind of see it there in camera. Like panel. What would you say? This, sticker that was on the front of the game when you got it originally, and so it peeled off, and a lot of people lose that. I always find Microsoft Mario Paint stuff missing the mouse, usually missing the mouse pad. Never has the manual, so glad to have that. These are the little inserts that I like to pick up for a buck because if you want your game super, super complete, you need these things. And so I'm sure I have games that need them. Maybe I can find a friend or somebody who's in need of that and gives me a few bucks there. Out to Lunch. Again, you hate to harp on just like how great the art is on these things, but that's what draws me into that. And there you go. There's Zoop is terrible. I'm not even sure why I bought that. Buster Bust Loose. All right, who wasn't a fan of the Tiny Toons, back then? Again, another one that maybe I shouldn't have bought because it's a sports game, but love how afraid that dude looks, even though his teammate's the one, like shouldn't it be they're afraid and not him, but I don't know, just for $1, you just don't see Super Nintendo manuals that often. Fatal Fury 2, not in great shape, but yeah. SimCity, boy, did SimCity have, well, look at that, and that's apparently the third printing, -3 there. Look how thick this thing is, my gosh. I mean, I was a big Sim Tower fan on the PC, when I was in my teenage years. I never was a big SimCity fan. I played like SimCity, was it 3000 there for a little bit? But I was not an early adopter or anything like that. But, boy, when you see personal facts and it says 3 inches, height was not the first thing that my mind went to, but it is great that he went to Mario State University. So their name is Mario, and apparently the state they live in is Mario. Well, that's some weird retconning there, but, that's for you to figure out, YouTube. Bust a Move, never a fan of the game or the series. Just not my, 1-900 number. There you go. $1.25 for hints For what? Like, just match the ball to the color. So there you go. That's how I spent, I don't know, what is that, 16 bucks. Yeah, we'll recap some other stuff. We hit a garage sale this weekend. We got some Black Friday stuff showing up. So we'll go through all that in the next video. But there you go, 5 minutes of just crap I've been picking up. Oh, shoot, no, it's not 5 minutes. What are we doing? It's not time for the sign-off. We hit the pawn store. I spent 90 bucks there. Let's see if we can get this done. I know your time is valuable. A lot of these were like, I'm going to say on average 10 bucks a piece if I spent 90 bucks. But yeah, family fun pack. Usually those things are decently expensive and hold their value. So if I don't have it, it's pretty easy to flip. And if not, I just like playing Trivial Pursuit and Risk and all those kind of games. Monster Hunter World, nothing too special there. It's hard not to buy a game called Chicken Police. I'm not made of metal. I don't know what on earth. I mean, apparently it's highly rated. I don't know anything about it. I just think it was like $5. A Buddy Cop Noir, and I was like, whatever, give it to me. I remember that one being $5 too. God of War, you can always put 10 on it and sell that. So that was an easy pickup for me. Jump Force, I don't even know if I had or not, but again, anytime you got anime characters, you slap $10 on it, somebody will give me money for that. I never not pick up WWE games. They always sell out, and I'm always needing them. And there's always a ton of years of them, and I never know what years people want. It seems like they always just go, so there you go. Dead Cells, just more of a personal pickup for me. I believe I had played this before, but it's always hard. You play 1,000 games anymore to keep track of them. This game I had no interest in buying and really no interest in playing, but I understand is very popular in the streaming community. And I think it still holds like $40 in value, so that was probably the gem of the group. So I'm glad to have it. I remember it was marked $10. So super glad to have it in my collection for $10. Would not have wanted to pay more than that, and so hopefully I make enough money on this other stuff to pay that one off. Super Mario Party, already have it, but we'll put like 40 on that. Throw that in the booth. And then here's one that I also was searching for from time to time, and so it was great to just pick up for $10. I have a decent collection of pinball games. Whenever pinball games come out, especially on cartridge or disc, I always pick them up. And so I've been wanting to play this for, I don't know, a couple of years. This has been out for a while. But it's the kind of stuff like, I don't want to spend, 2019, it's like, I don't want to spend $30, $40 on a game like that. So, but it's been hard to find online. I certainly hadn't found it online for less than 10. So there you go. We'll come back at you tomorrow. More content, YouTube. Talk to you soon.